Hi, welcome to a little midweek motivation. Although by the time this gets posted tonight, it's closer to the end of the week. Moving house can be a bit frantic. I'm finally in, so hopefully from now on I'll get the videos up in the midweek, Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. So this week I'd like to speak to you about something that, motivates me. Not just motivates me, actually has really helped change my life, and that is music. And it's changed my life not because I have any musical talents. In fact, my musical talents are limited to pressing play and record. I can't sing, I don't play any instruments, but that doesn't mean I can't appreciate good music. In fact, it's been the fact that I do appreciate good music that my life took a complete, 360-degree turn. There was a while back, quite a few years ago, when I went through a dark period, marriage breakup, and my best friend passed away. There was a lot to deal with, my family on the other side of the world, and it was a tough time. But no complaints, we all have our tough times to deal with. We all have to go through them, and that's the whole point, go through them, don't get stuck there. And what really helped me was music. The song Last Night a DJ Saved My Life springs to mind. I went out on the weekends and danced, and a lot of my friends would be saying, maybe you should be staying home, not going out partying so much, when I was going through so much. But the truth is, I'm glad I listened to myself, because it was basically the reason I had to keep going, apart from all my lovely family and friends, but it was what made my day joyous when I wasn't feeling good. I've since discovered that music does so much to the brain. It's unbelievable. Now, I'm really blessed because I'm in Sydney, and I truly do believe Sydney has some of the best music in the world as far as DJs are concerned. We're really, really lucky here. There's an amazing selection. Sadly, lockdown and all the lockouts have made the music scene not quite what it used to be, but I was lucky this was gone back about 15 years ago. So the music scene was jumping. There was lots of bars and clubs opened, and I wasn't interested in the bars, but the music in the clubs were what made my life worth living back then. And I've since found out that music, it really can change your brain. They're now using music for healing therapies. You can do a bit of research into this. Binaural beats, that changes your brainwave patterns. And I've actually been doing a bit of research into the music and its healing properties. And different types of music affects the brain different, obviously. If you're not sure about what type of music, you can, look into it. But even just if you want something in the background to lift your mood, then YouTube's pretty good for, you can just type in binaural beats for study. It helps to regulate your brainwave patterns, gets you a good coherence, and makes it easier to focus. Music to relax you. Obviously, music can energize you. It's also really good for Alzheimer's, is funny enough, believe it or not. One of the best things, I was shocked to find, that's even better than reading. I'm a big reader as well, but reading does obviously help with Alzheimer's as you get older. But one of the things that actually came up top of the list was social dancing, because music stimulates both sides of the brain, the left and the right side of the brain. And because you're dancing and memorizing steps, you've got that memory working, you've got the left and the right side of the brain working. Particularly good if you're in a social setting, because you've got that, social interaction as well. So instead of having less dancing as you get older, we should be having more, which is good news for me as I'm getting older. We all are. But so social dancing is good. Obviously during lockdown, that's a bit of a challenge, but hey, there's plenty dance classes online. I've done Zumba classes. I can thank Yoshi, a good friend of mine I've worked with. She's a Zumba teacher. She was doing these amazing Zumba classes every Monday night, and sadly she's gone back to work at the gym, and this Monday was the first Monday I didn't do the class, and I really did miss it. Maybe it'll give me the motivation to get up and actually physically go to the class, because funny enough, I'd been promising her for a year before I would join one of the Zumba classes, and then after doing the classes for a couple of months, I really loved doing the Zumba classes, and it's good for you. And at the beginning, before I'd started the class, I felt like I can't be bothered, but by the time I'd finished the class, I was energized, I was happy, and it wasn't just the physical exercise. I mean, my mood had completely changed. So if you're not feeling really good or feeling great, be aware of the music you're listening to. If you're feeling down and you don't want to feel down any longer, listening to sad songs, maybe how you feel, listen to one or two, have a cry if you need to, but then put something a bit more uplifting on. The music that I, used to go out partying to and dance to was beautiful, uplifting sounds. And be aware of the music that you listen to socially as well. Studies have shown different types of music affect the brain differently, and obviously there are some lyrics in some of the music nowadays which can be quite derogatory, and you really don't want to be programming your mind with a lot of the lyrics that are out there, not if you want a happy, loving, light, kind of life going ahead. So become aware of the music that you're tuning into, and if you're feeling down, try tuning into something that will give you a bit of a lift. If you don't feel like listening to music full on, put some background music on, because even in your subconscious mind it's going to help with your brain to help soothe that out, get your brain into a nice resonant coherence. And if you're being distracted for study, put some study music on. And if you're curious about it, you can do a bit of research into what type of music helps depression, or I think it was the string music and harp, funny enough, that helped depression, if I remember right. So different music affects you differently. So if you need a little bit of motivation this week, I would say get some good vibrations going, tune into some good music, because it really does affect your whole health and well-being. So have a great week, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye-bye.